Hey guys, it's Heather from Kell Plan, and lately, the past couple days, I've really been thinking about my planner lineup starting in July because we have a lot of new planners that are starting in July, and I just really need to make some decisions. So I'm going to take these discs off for a minute. I had bought this planner from Hobby Lobby back when they came out in February because I was in love with the florals. But now that it is time to move into it, I still love it, but I also am just in love with my Sugar and Spice planner. I love the challenge of adding yellow to every spread. I love the colors. I love the weekend and how it's got the dot grid. I just love so much of it. And I kept thinking, like, I have to move into this planner, but I don't really want to. And then I just kind of asked myself, why? Why do I have to leave this planner? If I love this planner and I want to use it for the rest of the year, why do I feel such pressure to move into this planner? And while I do love this planner, I just don't know that I want it to be my catch-all planner because I love Sugar and Spice so much. So I have made the decision to stick with Sugar and Spice for the whole year, all 12 months. I can't believe that I'm going to do a whole 12 months in this planner. I'm going to use the entire planner. I just love it too much to give it up. But I also love this planner too much to not use it. And so in January, I set up, this is the Trendsetter planner, and it's really dirty, but I had set it up to be my Lularoe planner, which is the business that I run with my sister. And honestly, I just didn't get a lot of use out of it. So in January, I didn't fill a lot in. Here are the dailies. I didn't fill a lot of those in. But I did use the note pages a lot. Those were really good for me. In February, again, I just didn't. I found that while I loved the layout, it just wasn't really what I needed. And I wasn't, like, look, you can see I just wasn't using it the way that I wanted to. And so I'm thinking that I'm going to now create kind of a Frankenplanner with 6 months out of this planner and pieces of Trendsetter and kind of combine them into a planner that works for me. And I'm just going to do 6 months. This is an 18-month planner. So if in December I'm still not really using it, I still have a whole year of this planner that I could save and set aside and maybe use starting in January if there's no planners that come out in October that I love. So this may become my January planner, but I am going to use the first 6 months as a Lularoe kind of Frankenplanner with that other Trendsetter. So the first thing we're going to do is, since I'm only going to be putting 6 months, I'm going to use the mini discs. These colorful discs came in a pack from Joann's. It comes with 6 different colors, and I love it. I find myself using them all the time. So I definitely suggest going and picking those up. So when you're changing your discs, the easiest thing to do is to put the covers on first, because then you just kind of have the sturdy backing for your planner. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave Stephanie on here. I don't need her. I am going to go ahead and take the title page because it's 2018 here, and if I use January, then I'll need 2019. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off because I really want the July side. And then, so I'm going to pull these here. These items actually will need to go over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the July monthly page. So right now you'll see that I'm only taking the dividers and the monthly because I don't really need, at least I don't think I really need the weeklies. So I'm going to leave the weeklies. I'm just going to flip through those. Then I'm going to go ahead. Actually, I don't know that I'm going to use these because there's so many pages for me to take. So I think I'm actually going to go back here and pull this page back off. I think I'm only going to take the dividers and the monthly. So this page. And this page. And then I'm going to go to September. And you'll see kind of in a minute how I plan on covering up this weekly right here. And since I'm not using all of these weeklies, they will still be on this disc bound, so that if I want to do like a Frankenplan and maybe I want to use a layout for a week in my sugar and spice, I can easily just tape it in there. So, and again, I'm going to leave January to December on the disc because who knows, I might end up using it starting in January. Because, I mean, I'm sure that they will come out with planners in October that I love, but you never know. Okay, so now that I have all of that on the disc, I'm going to flip to January, and then I will just set this on my shelf in case I decide to use it come January. Now I'm going to grab my Trendsetter book, and I'm going to go ahead and take this divider that says Hustle and Heart. The Lularoe team that I'm on is Team Hustle and Heart, so I like to put that. I actually use that as kind of a divider for whatever week I'm currently on, so I'm actually just going to leave it like that. All right, so I want to pull out any notebook paper that I may not have used, because that is something that I can use. Okay, so this is July, and this is July. So what I'm going to do is, first off, I really do like these 2 pages. So I'm going to pull those off of July because I really do like them. And I don't need this weekly page, and I don't need this monthly page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Tombow tape runner, and I'm just going to run some tape in a few spots. And I'm going to tape these 2 together so that in July, I still have that checklist page. Okay? And then I like these checklists, but I don't need as many pages as come in it, because there's like several pages that come in Trendsetter with all of those to-dos, but I don't need that many. So I'm going to leave it like this, because then when you flip to July, you have the monthly layout where I can write in our cells for the day. We have our checklist where I can make all these different checklists and goals and things. And then we have a to-do list, which is also good because I don't have to make them to daily to-do lists. I can just do to-do list. And I'm going to cover up this part that says daily to-dos, probably with some washi tape or some stickers. I'm not really sure, and I'm not going to do that today because that's not really the purpose of today. But then I'm going to take this notebook paper that I just pulled out, and I was going to put it here, but now I'm actually thinking that I'm going to put all of the extra notebook paper at the front because I don't really need it in a section. I kind of just write wherever. So I'm actually going to put all of the extra notebook paper up there in the front. And so then the monthly will just be this monthly layout, these checklists, and then checklist for the month, and that's it. And then everything else is going to be like a notebook, which is, I think it's going to be a lot more functional for what I'm going to be using this for. Just having Trendsetter for 6 months and never really finding a way for it to work for me just really has me thinking of new ways to do this. So now I'm going to go to August, and I'm going to do the same thing where I pull August off of the discs. And if you're watching this, by the way, I probably should have said this at the beginning, but this is what people call Frankenplanning, where you take pieces of different planners and you turn it into a planner that works for you. Okay, so then I'm going to pop these on and have the daily to-dos. Can pull off the extra note paper and put it here. So I've now done July and August, and I'm going to continue doing the whole thing for September through December. Now I have a 6-month planner on mini discs for my Lularoe business, and I'm really excited. I hope that I find more use out of this planner than I did my last planner that I tried to use for Lularoe. I think it's really cute, and so I just thought it'd be fun to kind of now flip through and show you what it is like now. So I have the Hello, This Happy Planner Belongs To, which I actually need to write my name in it. So let's go ahead and grab, this is a Sharpie brush pen that I'm going to use to letter my name on this title page. I picked these up at Target, and I love them. They are some of my new favorite brush pens. I will link an Amazon link in the description in case you want to check them out. But they have a really small tip that's pretty easy to control for newbies. So I think that's why I like them. I don't really like the way I crossed that T, but that's okay. All right, so this Happy Planner belongs to Heather. This is my note section at the beginning with all of my extra note pages, which is actually probably the part of the planner that I use the most, especially during live sales and stuff like that. But after the note pages, then I have July. I have the monthly spread. I have the checklist and goals that I can fill in. And then I have daily to-dos. And then I'm going to cover up that daily to-dos with something else, so I'm not sure what. And then it goes straight into August, checklist, to-dos, September, checklist, to-dos, October, checklist, to-dos, November, checklist, to-dos, December, checklist, to-dos. And then this note section was in the Trendsetter planner, and so these checklists came with the Trendsetter planner, so I just added them to the back, and so did these blue ones. And then I put out these extra daily to-dos from the Trendsetter planner that were front and back, and I added them to the back just in case if I find that I'm using them a lot, then it will be easy to just add in another page when I need to. And so that is going to be my Lularoe planner. If you're ready to see what the rest of my planner lineup will look like, be sure to check my videos next week, because that video will be loaded next week, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. So if you like the way I Frankenplanned this planner, I would love for you to hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe button, and happy planning.